All right, it's another day that ends in Y, which means it's another day that ICE is committing crimes against humanity, and we have a horrific example of it here. ICE is not detaining gang members. They're detaining the spouses of veterans who have been following all the rules for citizenship. Let me repeat that. The wives of U.S. soldiers. The wives of U.S. soldiers. That's who they're going after. You can see some of the pictures here. Do these women look like they're a threat to the country? Do they look like they're gang members, cartel members, criminals? Are they violent? Have they committed assaults? Is that what these women look like to you? What a disgusting, disgusting regime with the stuff that they're doing. Let's take a look.
What happened? I come home from work and my best friend, my partner, isn't here.
Being a single dad was never in this Marine veteran's plans. But it's been his reality since May when Adrian Kluad and his wife Paula went to an immigration check-in.
Which turned out to be 3 ICE agents there to arrest my wife.
What was going through your mind?
I was furious. I felt betrayed. I mean, they told us we had passed the interview.
The married couple had just welcomed their...
How many times have we heard stories like this where like an immigration judge will allow an immigrant to stay and they'll rule on that, and then they walk out in the hallway and some masked ICE Gestapo thugs arrest them anyway and takes them with no due process to Lord knows where? How many times have we seen that? And it just continues. It just continues. Like, it just keeps happening. And we're all supposed to act like this is fucking normal. This isn't normal. These are masked thugs disappearing people in broad fucking daylight. And now, you know some of these people who it's being done to. They're not criminals. They're just not.
I felt betrayed. I mean, they told us we had passed the interview.
The married couple had just welcomed their second child, a baby girl. They also have a toddler.
They knew I was a veteran. They just ripped her away from me and her children, from her breastfeeding the, newborn daughter. It's almost inhumane.
He says they were going through the...
It's not almost inhumane, bro. It's fucking inhumane.
He says they were going through the proper channels to get her a green card, but U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services says she ignored a deportation order in 2018. His wife was brought to the U.S. at 14 by her mother, who was seeking asylum, but claims she was later abandoned.
My wife was not only a minor, but homeless when that removal order was issued. Her mom skipped the appointment. My wife was living in a homeless shelter in CPS care, and there was no way for her to know about the removal order.
The U.S. has long had a program called Parole in Place, which gives military family members who are undocumented a streamlined path to a green card. But the Trump administration has made non-citizens with pending deportation orders a priority for arrests.
Hey, baby.
Adrian Kluad now only sees his wife when he drives his kids 8 hours each week to visit her in a Louisiana detention center.
Right, I love you. I want my kids to remember who their mom is. I don't want her to be gone for the next, God knows how long, and she becomes a distant memory for them. Come on.
She's one of more than 6,600 non-citizen parents of U.S. citizen children detained in the last 9 months. Katie Weiss, CBS News, Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
Did you hear that last fact? 6,600 people are in the exact same situation. Stephen Miller needs to be arrested. No doubt about it. Kristi Noem needs to be arrested. These ICE Gestapo thugs need to be arrested. I mean, look, there's been detailed reporting. We know these are criminals. We know they're totally unprofessional. They don't care about the rules or the regulations or due process or habeas corpus. These are people who have criminal records who are being hired by ICE. These are like deputized Proud Boys who are hired by ICE. Well, this is what happens when it's these people who run the show. This is Trump's domestic paramilitary is what it is, and they are terrorizing people in this country. That's what it is, which is why we've had 1,000 horror stories. We've seen they deported a 4-year-old American citizen with cancer. They've raided 7-Elevens and Home Depots and farms and meatpacking facilities. They've raided schools. There was the story that we covered on the show a few weeks back that they tackled a 79-year-old car wash owner and had him hospitalized. They deported a guy who was wrongfully imprisoned for 40 years. Soon as he got out, they deported him to a place he doesn't fucking know dick about anywhere else but here. They deported a guy for having cologne, and they lied and said that it's drugs. This is who these people are. They raided an apartment building and zip-tied naked kids and threw them in the back of a U-Haul at like 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning. This was in Chicago. This was a huge story when it happened. They've tear-gassed police officers and journalists. They've run over people with cars. You have local police chiefs who are doing press conferences saying, this is crazy. Like, these people need to fucking chill. This is absolutely crazy. We have them on video shooting priests in the face with pepper balls, assaulting an 84-year-old married couple. Guys, 22 people, 22, have died in ICE custody since Trump got back in office. 22. That absolutely is from complete neglect. Neglect, not giving people their medicine even though they need it, not listening to concerns, right? Never mind the 288 people who were sent to the concentration camp in El Salvador who ended up being tortured and raped. There was forced oral done. We just covered that the other day. So this is who they are. This is what's going on. And people need to wake up to this reality that, look, let's put it simply. If you support this, you're a monster. If you support this, you're a fascist. If you support this, you're un-American. If you support this, you're a piece of shit. There is no more. You can't claim ignorance anymore. This has been going on long enough where you can't claim ignorance. You can't claim you don't know. You can only claim you don't care. And if that's where you are, that says a hell of a lot about you, doesn't it? Hey, y'all, do me a favor and like and subscribe. It helps out big time in the algorithm. Click the bell as well for notifications when videos drop. And watch that video on screen right now. You know you want to.